Good morning, everybody. My name is Maya, and today we're going to be finishing up some leftover whips I have from school. I usually just go to school and crochet and bring it home. So I'm watching Haley Pham doing her book review videos as usual. Alright, and let's get started. Alright, I'm just doing a voiceover because the microphone on my phone is really bad, and I figured that out while recording this the first time. So this is actually my second time recording it. And as you can see, I have 3 whips that I'm going to work on. A super secret project. Don't tell my boyfriend, it's for him. Don't tell him. Okay, so I have 2 squids, 1 black, 1 gray, and a gray little kitty cat that I made at school, and I just have to stuff them. So since this is my first video, I'm kind of going to explain a little bit about myself. My name is Maya. I'm a pretty young crocheter. I'm not going to disclose my age yet, but I will be opening an Etsy account in the coming up months, but unfortunately I'm not able to yet. So if you're interested in my stuff, you can DM me or leave a comment below, and we can figure something out. And I've been crocheting since the end of COVID, so about late 2023, I think it was. I've been crocheting a little bit over a year now, and I do tons of markets and stuff around my area. It's sort of hard to find them because I live in not a small city, but I live in a kind of boring city. I live with a lot of people that work in the plants and stuff. There's not really many markets and stuff around me, but I do what I can. Lately I've been doing about a market every month. This month I actually had 2. I had one that was for Easter, and I had an earlier one that was just it was like a farmer's market kind of deal. It wasn't really for anything. It was just kind of you had to sit up and be there. So that was cool. I haven't been having very much luck with markets so far. So that's why I'm gearing a little bit towards social media like Instagram, YouTube now, and TikTok. TikTok is where I'm usually at. I don't have much of a following yet. I'm hoping to change that in the upcoming months, but I do enjoy crochet a lot. It takes up a lot of my time. The reason I started any of this in the first place was I had tons that I wanted to do. I used to just solely crochet pieces, shirts, bags, tapestries, stuff like that. But then I wanted to start making plushies, but not no offense, but I'm not really a plushie kind of girl. I can admire them, but for me, I'm just they take up too much space, and what is it doing for me, right? So I have a couple, but I wouldn't have much of a use for any of these. So I started making some for cousins, family, people like that. And then this event sort of thing. It was called a youth maker event. It was where one very good organization in my area, they're amazing, they hosted a free event for people under 20 to go and sell whatever they'd like, free of charge, and you got this little 4-foot table space. I don't remember exactly. This was a year and a half ago. It was June of last year. Oh, almost exactly a year ago. That's cool. But I had about a 4-foot table space. Didn't have much. They provided the tablecloths. That was nice because I didn't have a tablecloth. I didn't have any setup. All I had was my stuff. I made my own pricing tags. I had my mom print out a sheet of customized tags this is my little yarn scraps jar. If you know what to do with this, tell me, because I have a lot of scraps and I've just been stuffing my plushies with them. Anyways, I got my mom to print out a big sheet of these, my old logo that a family member made me, and printed it out on cardstock, and I hand cut out each and every tag. I don't even want want to talk about it. And then I had my phone number, which, bad idea, by the way. I didn't get anything bad out of it, but I don't know if you should put your phone number on there. Like, if anything, put a text plus number. And it also had my Instagram where people could talk to me for custom orders and stuff. And I also used those as just like business cards, which worked really well for me. I used that for my first 3 markets until I just bought like generic white tags off Amazon because I couldn't be bothered to cut out the stupid things anymore, especially when I started making littler things. But for my first market, I didn't have very many plushies. I only had like 4 stuffed plushie cows. I had lots of flowers. I had tapestries. I had some keychains. I had some keychains. And I think that was about it. It was not much, but I ended up making like $120. Oh, I also had a stuffed bee. I remember somebody bought a big stuffed bee from me. That was my friend, and I was super happy about that because I didn't think they were going to sell. It sold for like $45. So I was really happy with that, and that sale was like, people do really want like plushies. They like them, and I liked making it. It was my favorite thing I ever made. I remember my boyfriend was there with me, and I was just like, look, I made a thing, and it's big, and it's round, and it's soft, and I want to make more. And he was like, why don't you? And I was like, I don't think they'll sell. But then it did, and I was very happy about that. So going on with that, I signed up for my first real market. I call it a real market because I paid for it. I still didn't have very much. I had my own 4-foot table that's just like a family table. We just like use it for events and stuff. So I brought that with me. It was an outdoor market, a Halloween market. So I didn't have another market for about 6 months because like June to October. And it was an outdoor space, but I didn't have a tent. And they were fine with that. They said, okay, you can come without a tent, but I recommend one. And I was like, yeah, I just can't get one right now. And we happened to have a YMCA close to us, and they were attending the event. They had like a bunch of things for little kids, Halloween themed, and they showed up and they gave me a tent. They put up a whole tent for me for my spot and just let me use it for the whole day, and that was so nice of them. And so with that, I made about like $150 there. That was pretty nice. And I've just been doing like generic markets ever since. I now have a 4-foot table and a 6-foot table. I have tablecloths. I have those little wooden shelves that you see every crochet vendor have that are just like generic wooden crates. And I have a ton more plushies now. Like, I'd say my stock right now is about $5,000 worth. But I've been crocheting for like a year straight, and I've only done a few markets, so it makes sense. So I mostly have like little plushies. Like, I love making little plushies. I find that a lot of makers don't like them, but I love like little octopus, you can see I'm making the squids here. I just love the little makes because they give me such like dopamine rush. That's so bad. Like, you shouldn't just make things to get dopamine, but you know, I make big things here and there, but I find the little things sell more and I enjoy making them more, so like, why not make the small stuff? But for big stuff, right now I have like a lot of Sanrio stuff. I have a Pom Pom Porn, I have Choco Cat, and I have Toothless and the Light Fury from How to Train Your Dragon. Surprisingly, like, nobody looks at them. They're like, oh, cool dragons. They're never like, wow, I know that movie. I want these. They're so cool. Nobody's done that to me, and that makes me sad. Anyways, that's a little bit about me. I'm getting close to the end, and I'm just about to finish up the last of these plushies. But if you guys have anything you want to hear from me, I can make any kind of content. I have tons of free time coming up. I only have 2 classes right now, and then I'm out of high school. I'm done. And I'll have tons of free time to make other things and videos and stuff like that. So if you have anything you want to hear from me, if you have any questions, just let me know and I can answer anything in the comments. I'll be happy to do that for you.